imam priliku da pozdravim današnje goste iz Južne Afrike. To su Smaragdi, Julie i Ray de Vries.
Good afternoon, Croatia.
Dobro popodne, Hrvatska!
Hello, N21.
Pozdravljeni svi!
Bok svima.
Bok svima, to ste razumjeli. Bok.
Thank you, thank you.
Hvala, hvala.
Hvala, hvala. Thank you. Well, it's really good to be here in Croatia today. Julie and I arrived yesterday from South Africa.
Jako je lijepo biti danas u Hrvatskoj. Joe i ja smo jučer došli iz Južne Afrike.
It took us 25 hours to get here,
Trebalo nam je 25 sati da dođemo ovdje,
but we bring you greetings from our country to your country.
ali donosimo vam pozdrave iz naše države, vaše državi.
And we're going to have a lot of fun here today.
I imat ćemo puno zabave danas.
And I would just like to quickly just introduce you to Julie, my wife. We have 2 children from South Africa.
Na brzaka ću vam predstaviti Julie, mi imamo 2 djece iz Južne Afrike.
And I'm going to hand you over to Julie now, the love of my life, the mother of my children, and my traveling partner, and my business building partner. Julie, thank you.
Predat ću vam sada Julie, moj partner u životu, majka 2 djece, neko kog ja najviše volim, Julie.
Voila. Thank you.
Hvala.
I feel very humbled to be here because there are so many emeralds and so many platinums and so many sapphires. So many people here with such high pins.
Osjećam se vrlo ponizno što sam danas ovdje, zbog toga što je ovdje toliko puno emeralda, toliko puno platina, toliko puno ljudi sa tako velikim pinovima.
In South Africa so far, there are no homegrown diamonds.
U South Africi do sada još uvijek nema dijamanata.
There are only 3 emeralds in South Africa.
Tamo su samo 3 emeralda.
So I'm very privileged to be standing on the stage in front of so many great people. Thank you.
Puno vam hvala, stvarno sam počašćena zbog toga što mogu stajati na bini pred ovakvim ljudima.
When I first saw this business, I said to Raymond, he must build it and I will be behind the curtain in the engine room.
Prvi puta kada sam vidjela ovaj posao, rekla sam Raymondu da će on to graditi, a ja ću stajati od zada iza zastora i gledati po strani.
But then I realized that I had to do some changing in order for us to build the business faster.
I onda sam shvatila da moram napraviti nekakve promjene zato da bi mogli graditi posao brže.
And part of that changing is to stand here on the stage in front of so many people because it's really scary.
I jedna od promjena je to što stojim ovdje na pozornici pred toliko puno ljudi, što je stvarno strašno.
When I first saw the business, a man from America showed us the business.
Prvi put kada sam vidjela posao, čovjek iz Amerike nam ga je pokazao.
And his plan was not very good.
I njegov plan nije bio baš dobar.
But I still thought that it was a business only for men.
Ali ja sam još uvijek mislila da je to posao samo za muškarce.
And then one day we went to Cape Town and I went to go and visit a friend of mine.
I jednog dana otišli smo u Cape Town, otišla sam posjetiti jednu svoju prijateljicu.
And she was building the business and she had a whiteboard.
I ona je gradila posao i ona je imala bijelu tablu.
And I said to her, do you show the plan?
I pitala sam ju, da li ti pokazuješ planove?
And I thought, if she can do it, I can do it.
I mislila sam si, ako ona to može, mogu i ja.
And then I started showing the plan without Raymond.
A i počela sam pokazivati plan bez Raymonda.
So I'm talking to the ladies in the audience today that have never shown their first plan.
I danas govorim ovdje ženama u publici koje još nikada nisu pokazale plan.
When I first saw the business, we've got 2 children and my youngest was 2 years old when I first saw this.
Prvi put kada sam vidjela ovaj posao, imali smo 2 djece i najmlađe dijete bilo je samo 2 godine.
And I did not see myself in the mirror as a business person.
I ja sebe nisam vidjela u ogledalu kao poslovnu ženu.
I saw a wife and a mother and somebody that always was changing nappies.
vidjela sam majku i ženu koja je sebe vidjela u biti kao nekoga ko samo mijenja pelene.
So I had to change the way I saw myself in order for me to help my husband and me and our children to get ahead in life.
I morala sam promijeniti način gledanja same sebe, tako da bi mogla pomoći nama 2 da zajedno radimo taj posao, u životu i u svemu.
So I showed my first plan and it was very, very scary for me.
I tako pokazala sam svoj prvi plan i bilo je poprilično strašno za mene.
The first time I went to buy a briefcase, it was different for me to hold a briefcase even.
Prvi put kada sam otišla kupiti kovčeg, to je bilo strašno čudno za mene, kako ga uopće mogu držati.
So now I show the plan all the time because I overcame my fears in order for our future.
I sada pokazujem plan stalno, zato što sam prešla preko svojih strahova za nas i za našu budućnost.
So today I want to very quickly talk to you about work ethic.
Zato vam danas jako brzo ću proći preko radne etike.
I want to talk to you about showing the plan more than what you're showing at the moment.
Želim vam govoriti o tome da pokazujete plan više nego što ga pokazujete danas.
And I want to talk to you about having posture when you show the plan.
I želim vam govoriti o tome kako da imate samopouzdanje kad pokazujete plan.
When we first joined the business, none of our family joined, or best friends. Not one of my best friends does the business with me.
S nama je bilo isto. Prvi put kad smo ušli u posao, niko od naše obitelji, baš nitko, čak niti od naših prijatelja nije ušao u posao, baš nitko.
They all say, no, they don't want to do this. It's not good enough for them.
Svi su rekli ne, onako visokog nosa, to nije za nas, to nije dobro za nas.
So if you've got friends and family that does not join, that's okay. Maybe they will join eventually.
I to je dobro, ako imate prijatelja koji vam se nisu pridružili ili obitelj u poslu, to je normalno, možda će vam se pridružiti nakon nekog vremena.
If they say that it takes 1,000 plans to show 1,000 plans to go diamond.
Kažu da je potrebno pokazati 1000 planova da bi postali dijamant.
Now, if you are a core person showing 8 plans per month,
I ako ste core osoba i pokazujete 8 planova mjesečno,
if you work it out, it will take you 10 years to get there.
i onda kad to pogledate, potrebno vam je 10 godina da postanete dijamant.
If you show 15 plans a month, it will take you something like 5 years to get there.
Ako pokazujete 15 planova, onda će vam trebati negdje oko 5 godina da dođete do dijamanta.
If you show 30 plus plans a month, it will take you between 2 to 5 years to get there.
Ali ako pokazujete 30 planova i više, treba će vam samo 2 ili 5 godina da dođete do tamo.
Can I see a show of hands? Who's melancholy here?
Pokažite mi koji su melankolici ovdje, ruke dignite.
You can check my figures, okay. I'm not melancholy. I think that's correct figures, about there. So they might not be right.
Ok, ja nisam melankolik, ali po prilici to je tako negdje što se godina tiče i toga.
I think that sometimes when you build this business, you need to slow down in order to speed up.
I mislim da kada gradite posao, neki puta morate malo usporiti, tako da bi mogli punom brzinom naprijed.
So if you plan your week correctly, then you will get a lot more done than if you suddenly on a Sunday say, oh, what plans am I showing this week?
I ako planirate stvarno onako po danima, cijeli svoj tjedan, puno je lakše da predvidite točno što će se događati nego kad u nedjelju samo na jedan stanete, Isuse Bože, kaj se sad događa, šta sad trebam napraviti?
When you go to sleep on a Sunday night, it is best to know exactly where you will be working for the next 2 to 3 weeks. You need to know where you're going to be.
Najbolje je u nedjelju kada idete spavati, da točno znate u sljedeća 2 do 3 tjedna, točno gdje ćete raditi i kako ćete raditi.
When we plan to show one-on-one plans, we always double book 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
Svaki put kad pokazujemo planove 1 na 1, uvijek bukiramo plan za 6 i plan za 8.
Because so often the one falls over, so you've got another one to double book it with.
Uvijek najčešće zna se dogoditi da jedan otpadne, tako da imamo i drugi koji možemo s njim nadomjestiti.
But I think when people first come into the business, if you say to them that they must work every night, it's very bad because they think, jeepers, this is very hard.
Najčešće kad ljudi uđu u posao, jako teško im je reći da trebaju raditi svake večeri. Za njih je to jako teško i misle se, Isuse, kako to ja mogu napraviti?
So it's better to do it gradually. Start with 8 plans, and then if they want to, we always run at the pace that they want to run.
Puno je lakše složiti tako da idemo malo po malo, tako da ono što ne mogu napraviti mi pomognemo i mi pogurnemo.
Also, what we do in South Africa is we have a certain date on the 25th of the month before everybody gets paid.
Mi točno imamo točan datum u Južnoafričkoj Republici kada svako dobiva svoje novce.
To phone for orders.
Tako da bi mogli zvati za narudžbe, telefonske narudžbe.
Because often when you're going for a big goal, you will get lots of customers.
I kada idete za nekakav veliki cilj, imate puno ovih kupaca, mušterija.
But then the next month you take off and you relax.
I onda sljedeći mjesec opustiš i sve ostaviš.
So it's better to have a date, the 25th, to phone every single month those same people so they change their shopping habits.
I tako je najbolje imati tako točan datum u mjesecu, da točno znate kada trebate nazvati ljude, tako da bi oni promijenili svoje navike kupovanja onako kako se vi dogovorite.
Just some things that I've learned about when I show the plan, if it's a one-on-one or in a lounge room.
Samo neke stvari koje sam ja naučila, kada pokazujete plan, da li je to 1 na 1 ili kućni plan, nije bitno.
The first thing I always do is to sit at ease.
I ono prvo što sam naučila je to da se sjednemo sa ljudima.
To make them feel comfortable, because if people are feeling tense, they don't listen to you.
Ljudi se osjećaju jako napeto i oni vas ne slušaju, zato je bolje da se sjednete, da se opustite.
So what we do is we will walk into their home and say something nice. Everybody's got something nice in their home to say, that's nice, that's pretty, look at the pictures.
Ono što mi uvijek napravimo, onog trenutka kada uđemo u stan od ljudi, nađemo nešto što možemo pohvaliti. Da li su to slike, da li su to neke druge stvari, ali obavezno uvijek nešto pohvalimo.
Also, when you're showing the plan, I find that you need to give yourself the best chance, so you need to look good.
I ono što sam isto naučila je to da moramo izgledati dobro, moramo dati sami sebi najbolju šansu, da kada pokazujemo plan, izgledamo najbolje što možemo.
If you dress nicely, you will feel more professional.
Ako se obučete lijepo, osjećat ćete se puno više profesionalnije.
The main thing, the message I want to get to you today is posture. We don't beg people to join our business.
Ono što je moja glavna poruka danas je to da mi ne molimo ljude da se pridruže našem poslu. Ono da vam dam samopouzdanje i stav.
When I'm showing the plan, I make people understand that I don't benefit if they join the business. I only benefit if they start making money.
Ono što ja pokušavam objasniti ljudima je to da ja ne dobivam ama baš ništa ako se oni pridruže poslu. Jedino dobivam onda kada oni zarade novce.
And everything I do, I'm always thinking, what's in it for them? What's in it for them? What's in it for them?
I jedina stvar koju ja radim, razmišljam o tome šta je u ovom poslu za njega, šta je u ovom poslu za njega, nalazim nešto za svakoga.
And lastly, I've run out of time, but lastly, everything that I do is 95% attitude and positivity and 5% knowledge. You don't have to know a lot to build this business. You've just got to be excited and just go out there and show lots and lots and lots of plans.
Ok, dobro. Ovako, veli, ostala sam bez vremena, ali ono što vam želim reći je to da 95% svega u ovom poslu je pozitivno razmišljanje, a samo 5% je znanje. Sve ostalo je samo što morate raditi, pozitivno razmišljati.
I'll be back later. Thanks so much.
Puno vam hvala.
Voila.
Thank you for Julie. Okay, thank you.
Ok, hvala.
If you want to go diamond, sit down. There are a few diamonds just about to be here in Croatia.
Ako želite postati dijamanti, sjedite se.
But you know, I'm so proud of Julie because when we first started the business, she would not introduce me in my own home to two people.
Jako sam ponosan na Julie, jer kad smo počeli raditi ovaj posao, ona se sramila me čak predstaviti za 2 ljudi.
And you'll see as the afternoon goes on today that she doesn't mind how many people there are over there. She used to be scared. Now the people who listen to her are scared.
Vidjet ćete kako će se popodne bližiti večer, da se više ne boji toga i koliko god da priča pred koliko god ljudi, da ima samopouzdanja.
You know, I think one of the most beautiful things about Network 21 and about the business that we're involved in is that it doesn't matter where you are, we speak the same language.
Jedna od najljepših stvari kod Networka 21 koja mi se sviđa je da nije važno gdje smo u svijetu jer svi pričamo isti jezik.
And it doesn't matter where you are on earth, if you're a Network 21, we have the same culture.
I nije važno gdje smo u Networku 21, na zemlji svi imamo istu kulturu.
So for Julie and I, it's really, really special to meet people that we didn't yet know that have been friends of ours all the time.
I zato je meni, Julie, jako drago da možemo poznati naše prijatelje koje do sada još nismo upoznali kroz ovaj posao.
Julie and I had the privilege of being with Jim and Nancy Dornan 2 weeks ago.
Julie i ja smo imali privilegiju da se sastanemo sa Jim i Nancy Dornan prije 2 tjedna.
And Jim and Nancy are so excited about the business in Croatia.
I Jim i Nancy su tako uzbuđeni za posao u Hrvatskoj.
They believe that you people are going to grow a dynasty.
Vjeruju da ćemo mi izgraditi dinastiju.
And so do we.
Mi također.
But you know, we're not in the product business. We're not in the soap business.
Mi nismo u poslu sa sapunom.
We're in the hope business.
Mi smo u poslu sa nadom.
We do not retail products.
Mi ne prodajemo proizvode.
We have 10 to 15 customers.
Imamo 10 do 15 mušterija.
But we are professional network builders.
Ali mi smo profesionalni graditelji mreže.
And Network 21, it doesn't matter how old the market or how young the market,
I u Networku 21 nije važno koliko je tržište mlado ili staro,
product and money go through people quickly,
produkti i novac kroz ljude idu brzo,
but networks last for our children's children.
ali mreža traje za djecu od naše djece.
So Julie and I came yesterday and we went for a run through the city of Zagreb for 1 hour.
Tako, Julie i ja smo jučer došli i malo smo prošli 1 sat kroz Zagreb.
And here's something you need to know about your city and about your country.
I evo nešto što trebate znati o vašem gradu i vašoj državi.
Because very often when you're in your own country, you don't see the elephant, you're looking for a mouse.
Jer najčešće u svojoj državi ne vidite ono što bi trebali vidjeti.
Okay? I can see the elephant.
Znači, ne vidite slona, već vidite masu, a Ray kaže da on vidi slona.
And let me describe that elephant to you.
Dopustite da vam opišem slona.
You live in a country of smiles. We saw many people smiling yesterday.
Živite u zemlji gdje se ljudi smiju, puno smo vidjeli osmijeha na ljudskim licima jučer.
We saw people on the streets last night, children walking on their own, parents walking on their own. Croatia was celebrating Friday night last night.
Vidjeli smo puno ljudi različitih, znači djecu, srednji stavež, starije ljude kako hode po ulici.
Now your country and my country both have had problems in the past.
Obje naša država, znači Južna Afrika i Hrvatska su imali problema u prošlosti.
And in my country, my children cannot walk on the streets and I cannot walk on the streets. It's too dangerous.
I u mojoj državi djeca ne mogu hodati po ulici niti ja jer je preopasno.
And if you're driving a car, it's dangerous to stop at a traffic light in case somebody shoots you and takes your car.
I jako je opasno stati na semaforu kad vozite auto jer vas neko može upucati.
60% of our country has got AIDS.
60% naše države ima sidu.
So I'm not here to try and give you bad news. I'm just telling you, you're living in the right place at the right time and very definitely in the right system.
Ja tu nisam da vam donosim loše vijesti, samo vam želim reći da ste jako sretni, da živite u pravoj državi i u pravo vrijeme i u dobrom sistemu.
And I can see that this little Network 21 is going to start in the east of Europe over here, or not start, I know that it's established here, but it's going to go from the Eastern Europe and it's going to sweep back into Western Europe over here.
Kako ja vidim, Network 21 koji je počet u istočnoj Europi, će otići u zapadnu Europu i sve će pokupiti za sobom.
So that's just what Julie and I see over here. We all think that we've got problems. I know that Croatia has a champion.
To je ono što Julie i ja vidimo, mi svi imamo probleme, ali ja mislim da Hrvatska ima šampiona.
And until yesterday, I only had one hero or one champion in Croatia.
I do jučer sam imao samo jednog heroja, jednog šampiona u Hrvatskoj.
And his name is Mr. Ivanisevic and he plays very good tennis.
I njegovo ime Goran Ivanišević, igra jako dobar tenis.
It was absolutely amazing when we were watching Wimbledon. Julie and I knew we were going to talk in Croatia, and I said to Julie, there's our champion. He's going to beat the guy. He's going to beat the guy. I know he's going to win.
To je bilo nevjerojatno kad smo Julie i ja gledali Wimbledon, rekli smo, ovo je naš čovjek, on će ih pobijediti, on će ih pobijediti.
Okay, what I'm going to talk to you now very soon, we the leaders, we the 20 plus. Okay, so can I say what I mean, or must I be nice and careful over here?
Ok, znači vi ste tu lideri, trebaju biti lideri 20+, da li vam mogu reći ono što stvarno mislim ili moram biti fin prema vama?
I understand that. Okay, so we can be true. Okay,
to razumijem, znači mogu vam reći istinu.
I just want to say just a couple of things over here in the leaders meeting, but I think one of the biggest things is we're looking for doorways, not diamonds.
Ok, jedna od najvažnijih stvari je da mi tražimo prolaz, a ne dijamante.
So everybody is a doorway.
Što znači da je svako prolaz.
And I think the sooner in this business we realize that there are doorways walking around all over the place,
I što prije shvatimo da imamo prolaze koji hodaju svugdje oko nas,
the bigger the business will grow.
imat ćemo veći biznis.
And the other thing is that I've recognized that if you trust the system, Network 21,
Još jedna stvar koja je važna, da ako poštujete sistem Networka 21 i ako mu vjerujete,
if you understand the power of the system, Network
ako
21,
shvaćate moć sistema Network 21,
you will grow businesses and we will grow businesses that will last long beyond us.
Izgradit ćemo poslove, znači mi i vi ćemo izgraditi poslove koji će trajati puno dulje nego mi sami.
But if you just make a sale today and sell some Amway product,
Ali ako prodate danas nešto i prodate neke proizvode,
it lasts for today
to traje samo danas,
until you sell the next product.
dok ne prodate idući proizvod.
I don't know which one you prefer, but I prefer Network 21.
Ne znam što se vama sviđa, ali ja više preferiram Network 21.
I would like hundreds and thousands of people out there, all in my business, using little bits every day.
Ja bih htio stotine i tisuće ljudi koji su u mom poslu i koriste pomalo svaki dan.
And that's why I'm sold out to the business.
I to je ono zbog čega sam ja predan i prodan ovom poslu.
One thing I want to tell you right here is Julie and I did not get into this business because we wanted to make extra money.
Jedna od stvari koju želim da znate da Joe i ja nismo ušli u ovaj posao zato što smo htjeli zaraditi nešto dodatno novca.
It might sound strange to you, but we got into this business because we wanted to make our money in a different way.
Možda vam to zvuči čudno, ali mi smo ušli u ovaj posao zato što smo svoj novac željeli zaraditi na drugačiji način.
And we'll talk about it later, but we had 11 businesses that we owned.
Ok, o tom ću pričati malo kasnije, ali mi smo imali 11 poslova.
And when we saw this business, we still had 5 businesses that we were running.
I kad smo vidjeli ovaj posao, imali smo 5 poslova koje smo u tom trenutku radili.
The reason that we are so sold out to this particular business, or to Network 21,
Razlog zbog kojeg smo mi toliko posebno predani ovom poslu, Networku 21,
is because in March 2-3 years ago,
jer u martu prije 2-3 godine
the doctor told me that I had cancer
doktor mi je rekao da imam rak.
and could not guarantee that I would live longer than 90 days.
I nije mi mogao garantirati da ću živjeti dulje od 90 dana.
So my message to you today, by the way, my cancer's fine, thank God.
Ok, hvala Bogu usput, sa bolesti je sve u redu,
But it's better that we find our reason
ali bolje da saznate svoj razlog
before our reason finds us.
prije nego što vaš razlog nađe vas.
I became an overnight Network 21 freak,
Postao sam preko noći freak za Network 21
and I became system constipated
i postao sam konstantan u sistemu,
because that's the only way that I know how.
jer to je ono što znamo kako.
The business went mad after that for Julie and I,
Biznis je jako dobro krenuo za Joe i za mene
and we just we went emerald about a year ago,
i prije godinu dana smo napravili Smaragda
and building the business almost permanently.
i gradimo posao skoro permanentno.
But a few things I want to just teach to you quickly, or just, I don't want to teach because how can you teach in front of leaders like this over here, but a few things that I'm bringing to you from South Africa.
Ok, znači ja vas ne želim učiti zato što imate ovakve perfektne lidere, ali neke stvari koje vam donosim iz Južne Afrike.
Do you agree with me when I say the following?
Da li se slažete sa mnom kada kažem sljedeće?
That 80% of the time we work with the wrong people.
Da 80% vremena radite s krivim ljudima.
Is that the same in Croatia as in South Africa?
Je li to isto u Hrvatskoj ili je to samo u Južnoj Afriki?
I want to teach you, or trying to tell you, or talk about my experience as to how we actually started working with the right people.
Želim vas naučiti, u biti želim vam prenijeti svoje iskustva kako smo mi počeli raditi s pravim ljudima.
The system is a filter.
Sistem je filter.
And the way that the filter works is that
I način na koji filter funkcionira,
the only time we don't filter is when we make the list.
jedini način kad ne filtriramo je kad radimo listu.
And then what we do is we invite people from that list.
I onda šta radimo? Zovemo ljude s te liste.
Now if the invitation is good,
Ako je poziv dobar,
I would imagine we get about 3 to 5 people out of 10 to see the plan.
znači trebalo bi negdje između 3 i 5 ljudi od 10 vidjeti plan.
Is that about the same here in Croatia? 3 to 5
Je
out
to
of
isto
10?
tako u Hrvatskoj 3 do 5?
Okay. And then what happens, it means that 6 or 7 people are not coming to the plan.
Ok, znači 6 do 7 ljudi znači neće doći na plan od tih 10.
So we filtered those people out.
Znači te ljude smo isfiltrirali.
Now some people come and see the plan,
Sad kad neki ljudi dođu vidjeti plan,
and I don't know if it's the same in Croatia as in South Africa,
ne znam da li je to isto u Hrvatskoj kao u Južnoj Africi,
but what happens for us is that 1 to 2 out of every 5 people who see the plan
ali kod nas 1 do 2 čovjeka od 4 do 5 koji vide plan
get involved in the business,
se uključe u posao.
which means that we filtered out 3 or 4 people who didn't get in the business.
Što znači da smo isfiltrirali 3 do 4 čovjeka koji nisu ušli u posao.
My question to you today,
Moje pitanje vama danas,
why do we worry about the people that we filtered out of the business?
zašto se brinemo o ljudima koje smo isfiltrirali van iz biznisa?
Let's concentrate on what we have got
Ajmo se koncentrirati na ono što imamo,
and not on what we haven't got.
a ne na ono što nemamo.
And the sooner that happens,
I čim se to dogodi,
the easier it is for us to grow the business.
to je najjednostavniji i najbrži način da izgradite posao.
Unbelievable that people say to me sometimes in my business,
Nevjerovatno je što ljudi meni ponekad kažu u mom poslu,
they say, I invited 10 people, but only 5 arrived.
Kaže mi poslao sam 10 ljudi, ali samo ih je 5 došlo.
Well, what do you expect?
Pa šta ste očekivali?
That's what Network 21 told us.
Pa to nam je Network 21 rekao.
Now, if we sold out to the business, we don't have to ask the questions.
Ako smo se predali poslu, onda ne moramo postavljati pitanja.
If we don't have to ask the questions, we spend more time building the business.
Ako ne postavljamo pitanja, znači možemo više
And the
vremena
more
uložiti u
time you
posao.
spend doing the business properly, like Network 21 shows us,
Ako pravilno ulažemo vrijeme u posao, kao što nam Network 21 kaže,
the less the pain is.
onda ima manje boli,
The more the pleasure is,
više užitka
and we all go diamond together.
i postaćemo diamondi zajedno.
And it's that easy.
I to je tako jednostavno.
Unbelievable.
Nevjerojatno.
Okay, then we take people to BBSs, and it will happen to you today. The people that you invite,
Ok, znači ljude dovedemo na BBS, to je ono što će se dogoditi danas, ljude koje ste vi pozvali.
guess what? Some of them will not arrive.
Pogodite šta, neki od njih neće doći.
It's lovely weather, they'll be at the coast and they forgot to come or they didn't come.
Predivno je vrijeme, negdje su na plaži uz obalu, neće doći ili su zaboravili doći.
And you know what I found was that I used to worry about the ones that didn't come.
I znate što sam ja radio? Ja sam se prije brinuo za one koji nisu došli.
And then with the people that did come,
A sa ljudima koji su došli,
I was worried that when the speaker made a joke,
ja sam se bojao kada govornik kaže neku šalu,
that I'd quickly look at my guest and think, I wonder how he found the joke.
da brzo sam morao pogledati svoje goste i da vidim da li su oni dobro reagirali na tu šalu.
And the guest wasn't laughing,
A gosti se nisu smijali,
so we had a bad attitude for the rest of the day.
tako da smo do kraja dana imali loš odnos.
Now, I'm not going to tell any bad jokes today.
Tako da danas neću pričati nikakve loše šale.
Julie and I are going to do the best for your business that we can do.
Joe i ja ćemo pokušati maksimalno što mi možemo vama pomoći u vašem poslu.
And what we're going to do
I ono što ćemo raditi,
is all we're going to do over here is we're the excuse that people are coming over here. You've edified us, and that's why there's going to be some people out of here
ok, znači vi ste nas edificirali i zbog toga će tu biti neki ljudi
who are going to come here and going to hear something from the stage.
koji će doći ovdje i čuće nešto sa bine,
But for me, the best part is the recognitions,
ali za mene najvažniji, najbolji dio su priznanja.
because that is living proof that this business is working and working very well right here in Zagreb in Croatia.
Zato što je to najbolji dokaz da ljudi vide da ovaj posao stvarno funkcionira u Zagrebu u Hrvatskoj.
Okay, I've had a look at the program, and we've got some really exciting recognitions here today.
Gledao sam današnji program i imate stvarno neka uzbudljiva priznanja danas.
So if I can just say to you, at the weekend seminar that's coming up, and I'm going to talk a lot about the weekend seminar this afternoon,
I zato kasnije kad počne BBS ću dosta vremena provoditi na to da promoviram vikend seminar.
you've got people like Bob Andrews, unbelievable speaker, unbelievable builder of the Network 21 business.
Dolazi vam ljudi ko što je Bob Andrews, to je nevjerovatno, on je jedan nevjerovatan graditelj posla, jedan od najvećih lidera
Coming to your market.
koji dolazi na vaše tržište.
You've got Peter Ross, unbelievable builder of the Network 21 Amway business.
Dolazi Peter Ross, nevjerovatan graditelj Network 21
Coming to your market.
posla, koji dolazi na vaše tržište.
You've got Mr. Peter Cox, an unbelievably excited, motivated visionary that has really, that Julie and I can identify with, and we're not even in his business, but we can identify with that man. He's coming to this market.
Dolazi i Peter Cox, nevjerovatan vizionar, nevjerovatno motiviran čovjek pun energije koji dolazi na vaše tržište.
And if that wasn't enough,
I
then
ako
you've
to
got
nije dovoljno,
Dr. Ron Jensen.
pa dolazi još i Dr. Ron Jensen.
Dr. Ron Jensen was in South Africa recently,
Dr. Ron Jensen je bio u Južnoj Africi nedavno
and he's what we call a life coach.
i on je ono što mi zovemo životni trener.
And what I found incredibly good about Ron
I ono što sam ja saznao o Ronu, ono što je
Is-
nevjerovatno kod njega,
is his life teaching, his how to fix up conflict teaching, relationship teaching.
ono u čemu je on najjači je to da jako pomaže ljudima da rješavaju konflikte međusobno i općenito odnose između ljudi.
And Ron taught Julie and I a lot about that, because you know, there's more than just getting people into the business.
I Joe i ja ćemo danas dosta govoriti o tome jer je puno više u ovom poslu nego samo ljude uključiti u posao.
It's about keeping people in the business.
Ono što je važno da ljude zadržimo u poslu.
And people leave the business for the wrong reasons.
Jer ljudi izlaze iz posla radi totalno krivih razloga.
So Dr. Ron Jensen's coming over here. I think you're going to find him, and I know you're going to find him absolutely brilliant. He certainly helped our lives. He's made an incredible impression in South Africa and all around the world as Jim introduces him to different markets.
Tako da Ron Jensen će doći ovdje, vidjet ćete koliko je on nevjerovatan. On je nama jako pomogao u Južnoj Africi, nama osobno i po cijelom svijetu radi nevjerovatnu promjenu.
And we're the leaders in this room over here, and what we need to do is make sure that you've got your weekend seminar tickets today.
I mi smo tu lideri u ovoj prostoriji, zato je jako važno da se pobrinemo da mi kao lideri prvi imamo vikend karte.
Because here's one thing I do know,
Jer tu je jedna stvar koju ja poznajem,
is that if you don't have your ticket, you're not going to be able to promote the weekend seminar to other people with wide eyes and with a meaningful face.
jer ako vi nemate svoju vikend kartu, nema šanse da ćete moći promovirati svojim ljudima vikend, da ih pogledate u oči i da im iskreno kažete da moraju biti tamo na tom vikendu.
The last thing that I want to just finish off the leaders meeting with is just to say that, you know, I don't care how much you know, how much I know, how much the world knows. People don't care about that.
Ono s čim bi želio završiti ovaj leaders meeting je da nije važno koliko ja znam, koliko vi znate, koliko svijet zna, zato jer ljudima nije bitno koliko vi znate.
They really just want to know how much we care.
Oni samo žele znati koliko je nama stalo do njih.
And if that is all, we've got a business.
I ako primijete da nam je stalo do njih, onda imamo posao.
The second thing that I want to tell you, and I'm going to leave you on this, is that we need to be able to promote everything that Network 21 does.
Rečenica s kojom bih želio završiti je da mi trebamo promovirati sve što Network 21 radi.
Because it's what we call third person credibility.
Jer to je ono što mi zovemo kredibilitet treće osobe.
By the way, I'm a phlegmatic,
Usput ja sam flegmatik
and my wife is a choleric.
i moja žena je kolerik.
But we both, it doesn't matter where you come from, whether you're a melancholy, whether you're a phlegmatic, whether you're a sanguine,
Ali nije važno od kuda dolazite, koja ste osobnost, da li ste sangvinik, flegmatik, melankolik ili kolerik.
if you can promote, then you're really going to send the thing the right way. Now, I'd like to use a little example over here.
Ako ćete znati dobro promovirati sistem Network 21, imat ćete velik biznis. Htio bih pokazati to jednim primjerom.
You have traffic policemen here that direct the traffic.
Yes, imate ovdje policajce koji usmjeravaju promet.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you were a traffic policeman, what you would do is you'd be standing in the street and you'd be stopping cars, but you'd be directing traffic, telling people where to go. Come this way, go that way, you stop, you come in over here. And if you weren't directing the traffic, there would be a problem.
Ok, znači da ste vi prometni policajac, na vama je to da vi usmjeravate promet. Ovi idu ovdje, ovdje, ondje i da vas nema, jednostavno bi nastala gužva u prometu.
So I encourage you to become traffic policemen.
Tako da vas ja ohrabrujem da postanete prometni policajac.
So what we do is we meet somebody and we prospect them.
Ono što mi radimo je mi upoznajemo nekoga i prospektiramo ga.
Now, Julie and I have been prospecting since we arrived here yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Julie i ja prospektiramo od kad smo stigli ovdje, to je od jučer od 3 popodne.
And we have a few people coming this afternoon to the business building seminar. So I know it's easy to prospect in Zagreb.
Imamo par ljudi koji danas dolaze ovdje na BBS, tako da znam da je vrlo jednostavno prospektirati ovdje u Zagrebu.
And I know that there are people looking for this business right now, sitting outside of this sports stadium.
I zato znam da ljudi traže ovakve mogućnosti kao što je ova, baš ljudi koji sjede negdje možda u kafiću izvan ove dvorane.
I know that there's people that are dying for this business right now in Zagreb on Saturday afternoon, waiting for you to come to them and tell them about this business.
Znam da postoje ljudi koji jednostavno gore od želje da im neko dođe pokazati ovaj posao.
But you know what I've learned is that I have made the mistakes. So I'm just telling you about the mistakes I've made here.
Ali znate šta, ja sam radio greške i želim vam samo danas reći svoje greške.
And what happened to us was Julie and I got involved in the business and we said, right, we will make this business work our way.
I ono što smo mi pogriješili je to da smo ušli u ovaj posao i rekli smo mi ćemo napraviti ovaj posao da funkcionira na naš način.
Please don't do that. Our way doesn't work.
Molim vas, nemojte to raditi, naš način ne funkcionira.
So Julie and I left the place that we live and we went all over our country looking for people and talking to people and doing it all the wrong way and getting them in the business.
Ok, tako da smo Julie i ja sjeli se u auto i išli po cijeloj državi i tražili smo ljudi koji interesira ovaj posao.
And of the 78 people
I od 78 ljudi
that we got into the business in the first year,
koje smo uključili u posao u prvoj godini,
72 resigned.
72 ih je odustalo.
My way does not work.
Moj način ne funkcionira.
Now it's funny now, but I promise you it was not funny then.
Sada je smiješno, ali mogu vam obećati skoro da onda nije bilo smiješno.
But I'm the type of person, when I see a bench and there's a sign saying, do not touch wet paint,
Ali ja sam tip osobe koji kada vidi recimo natpis ne diraj friško pofarbano,
I touch it just to make sure that the sign is right.
ja to moram dotaknuti samo da se uvjerim da su točno napisali.
Now Jim and Nancy Dornan have touched the paint and we know the paint's wet, don't touch it.
Jim i Nancy Dornan su dotaknuli boju tako da znamo da je friška, zato je vi nemojte dirati.
So we went all over the country, all over South Africa and came back again.
Išli smo po cijeloj državi, po cijeloj Južnoj Africi i ponovo smo se vratili.
And one Saturday morning we were having a plan at my house,
I jednu subotu ujutro imali smo plan u mojoj kući,
our house.
u našoj kući.
And from over the wall, a face looked over and said, hello.
I preko zida su ljudi gledali šta se događa.
And he said, what are you doing today?
I pitali su šta ti radiš danas?
I said, I'm having a meeting at my house.
Ja sam rekao imam susret kod svoje kuće.
He said, my name is Ross.
Rekao moje ime je Ross.
I said, my name is Ray.
Ja sam rekao moje ime je Ray.
Nice to meet you, next door neighbor.
Drago mi je da sam te upoznao susjedu.
He said, can I come to this plan? Or this
Pitao me
meeting?
mogu ja doći na taj plan.
I said, yes, of course you can.
Ja sam rekao naravno da možeš.
And he looked at this,
I pogledao ga je.
and at the end of the plan, he said to me, I'm in this business.
I na kraju plana mi je rekao ja sam u ovom poslu.
I said, and how is it going?
I ja sam ga pitao pa kako ti ide?
He said, well, I've got a whiteboard and I've got a white box,
Rekao je pa imam bijelu ploču, imam neku kutiju.
and nobody has got into my business. Can you believe it?
I niko nije ušao u moj posao. Možeš li ti to vjerovati?
So I said, have you opened the box?
Pitao sam ga jesi ti uopće otvorio tu kutiju?
He said, yes, we did once.
Rekao je da, jesmo jednom.
I said, what popped out of it?
I pitao sam ga pa dobro što je izašlo van iz te
He
kutije?
said, nothing, I'm disillusioned with this business.
Rekao je ništa, jednostavno je ovaj posao za mene iluzija.
At this stage, a couple of years had gone past since he got involved in the business.
Nakon te faze prošlo je još nekoliko godina nakon što smo mi počeli raditi posao.
So he was no longer a member of Amway
Tako da on više nije bio član
or
MV-a,
an IBO.
to jest IBO.
So he joined our business.
Tako da se on priključio našem poslu.
That same next door neighbor
Taj isti susjed
has gone platinum
postao je bolji
in our business.
u našem poslu.
And he was always our next door neighbor. I just hadn't put my head through the trees to say, hello, Mr. Next door neighbor, are you looking for something?
Postao je Didi u našem poslu i sad mogu ga jednostavno poslati telefonom, susjedu da li trebaš nešto.
Now you've got next door neighbors right here in Zagreb that don't even know what business you're involved in.
I vi isto imate takve susjede u Zagrebu koji jednostavno ne znaju s čim se vi, što je vaš posao.
And be careful because Julie and I are here until Tuesday and your next door neighbor might get into our business.
I bolje da se pazite jer Joe i ja smo tu do utorka i vaš susjed mogao bi ući u naš posao.
I'm just joking.
Samo se šalim.
Okay, so you're the traffic policeman. What do you really have to do? As leaders, I think we need to teach the people in our businesses
Ok, znači vi ste prometni policajci, šta sad vi trebate raditi kao lideri?
to direct the people to the next meeting.
Znači vi trebate usmjeravati ljude na idući seminar.
So when we were coming over here, we said to our group, we are going to Croatia. If you know anybody in Croatia, please let us know.
Ok, znači ono što smo nazvali napravili, smo rekli našoj grupi mi idemo u Hrvatsku i ako poznate nekog tamo, javite nam.
And they contacted those people,
I oni su kontaktirali te ljude
and they didn't even show them the plan, didn't tell them anything. They just became a traffic policeman, and they sent people here today.
Ok, znači nisu im pokazali niti plan, niti išta, samo su ih ko prometni policajci usmjerili to da dođu danas ovdje na ovaj BBS.
And tomorrow in Slovenia, in Maribor, we've got some other traffic policemen that are sending them down the road. Sorry, down the road over there to Slovenia.
Ok, sutra u Sloveniji imamo isto takav seminar i isto će tamo biti to isto će biti ljudi koji su naši ljudi iz Južne Afrike usmjerili da dođu na taj seminar.
Now, there is no risk in directing people to meetings.
Nema nikakvog rizika u tome da usmjeravate ljude na seminare.
The beautiful thing about it is that there's no emotional risk,
Ono što je dobro je kod ovih seminara je što su emotivni,
there's no credibility risk,
nema nikakvog rizika,
because these are professional meetings run by professional people, for professional people.
jer ovo su profesionalni seminari koje organiziraju profesionalci.
And the beautiful thing about it is I don't know of a traffic policeman who gets so involved in his work
Ja ne poznam ni jednog prometnog policajca koji je toliko zagrijan za svoj posao
that he sits over there and thinks, I wonder if that car will go. I wonder if he's going to go straight. I wonder if he'll come. I wonder what's going to happen. I hope he's going to stop. I don't know if he's going to stop, but I hope that these guys come over here, and I want to send these guys over there. So when I do this over here, I hope that I can. But this guy over here, oh, geez, I'm having a heart attack because I'm thinking about this and that. Translate that.
Ok, znači jednostavno nisam vidio ni jednog prometnog policajca koji kaže joj, brine me da li će ovaj doći odavdje, da li će ovaj stati, još tako ne stane, tako ne stane, da li će ovi proći na ovu stranu, a šta ako ovi dođu joj, nadam se da će sve proći dobro.
So we're traffic policemen, that's all we are.
Ok, znači ono što mi radimo, usmjeravamo ljude.
And now they come here and then we change them. We say, right, we've got a weekend seminar, we've got Bob Andrews,
I
we've
onda
got
oni
Dr.
dođu ovdje i
Jensen, we've
kažu,
got Peter
hej,
Croft,
mi
we've
imamo
got all
tu
of these
seminar,
people over
vikend
here.
seminar s
You
Bob
need to be
Andrewsom,
there.
dođite, trebaju
Because
doći vaši
they're going to
ljudi.
see people here today and something is going to say, that guy over there who is going over the stage for ELC or for Leaders Club or for Diamond or Emerald or whatever he's going over the stage for, if he can do it, so can
I ono
I.
što će se dogoditi da će proći ljudi tu preko bine za priznanje i neko će iz publike gledat nekog čovjeka koji će prelaziti za ELT i reće pa pogledaj njega, ako on to može uraditi, mogu i ja.
Let's be honest.
Ajmo biti iskreni.
There's only two questions that need to be answered for any prospect.
Samo dva pitanja trebaju biti odgovorene na svakom prospektu.
And you might like to write this down.
I možda bi željeli to i zapisati.
The first question is,
Prvo pitanje je,
is this business really working?
da li ovaj posao stvarno djeluje?
And the second question is,
Drugo
can I do
pitanje
it?
je, da li ga ja mogu uraditi?
So only two questions that need to be answered.
To su jedina dva pitanja na koje trebaju dobiti odgovor.
And both questions are answered at a meeting.
Oba dva pitanja
Or in a track.
dobiju odgovor na seminaru.
And the books are what grows leadership.
I knjige su ono što čim povećava liderstvo.
So that's all we need to do. Number one, they come to a meeting and they say,
I pod broj 1 dođu na sastanak i treba im reći,
did you see how many people were there?
da li si vidio koliko puno ljudi ima tamo?
Did you see the cars in the car park?
Da li si vidio aute?
Did you see someone actually getting off a tram to get
Da
there?
li si vidio da je neko došao tramvajem ovdje?
Did you see people that were tall,
Da li si vidio ljudi koji su bili visoki,
people that were short,
niski,
fat,
debeli,
thin, old,
mršavi, stari,
young,
mladi,
black, white,
crni, bijeli,
rich, poor?
bogati, siromašni?
They were from right across the spectrum. Everybody and anybody was at that meeting.
Jako širok spektar ljudi i svi oni su bili na tom susretu.
And I guarantee if you speak to any of your leaders over here in the front row,
I garantiram vam ako razgovarate s bilo kojim od ovih lidera u prvim redovima,
that 99.9% of them
da 99,9% njih
are sitting in the front row because of a meeting.
sjede u ovom prvom redu zbog seminara.
And that's what turned us around, Julie and I.
I to je ono što je isto tako pokrenulo i Julie i mene.
So we have become really good promoters
Mi smo postali jako dobri promotori
to people that are not yet in the business,
ljudima koji još nisu u ovom poslu
and we've become really good cheerleaders
i postali smo jako dobri navijači
for people that are in the business.
za ljude koji jesu u poslu.
And believe me, if Julie and I can actually do this business,
I vjerujte mi, ako Julie i ja stvarno možemo raditi taj posao i graditi ga,
then anybody on planet Earth is capable of doing this business and getting diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, crown
onda
ambassador, crown
stvarno
and beyond.
svatko na ovoj planeti može izgraditi ovaj posao do dijamanta, dublog dijamanta, krauna i tako dalje.
Okay, so we're good cheerleaders, we're good promoters, we're good traffic policemen,
Ok, znači dobri smo hrabritelji, dobri smo promotori, dobri smo prometni policajci
and we understand the fact that the numbers never lie.
i shvaćamo činjenicu da brojke nikad ne lažu.
And I think that if you can accept that the numbers are the numbers,
I ako možete prihvatiti to da su brojke brojke,
then there will never be a problem.
onda nikad neće biti problema.
Because what we're doing is we're just expecting the 2 out of 5 who see the plan to get involved in the business.
Jer ono što mi radimo, mi samo očekuje da 2 do 5 će ući u posao.
And it's unbelievable, but every single time those averages work.
To je jednostavno nevjerovatno, svaki put ti prosjeci funkcioniraju.
My very first weekend seminar,
Na prvom vikend seminaru
Jim Dornan was speaking
Jim Dornan je govorio.
at a leadership seminar like this, just before the main session, at a weekend rather.
Na leaders meetingu, neposredno prije glavne priredbe,
And Jim said a very, very simple thing,
Jim je rekao jednu vrlo jednostavnu stvar. Rekao je, želio bi vam reći
that the numbers we supply at Network 21
da brojke koje mi dostavljamo kroz Network 21
worldwide do not differ.
Širom svijeta ne razlikuju se.
He said to me, if you had to write down now at a weekend seminar how many people you have at the weekend seminar,
Kaže, kad bi sada na vikend seminaru trebao zapisati koliki ćeš broj ljudi imati na vikend seminaru,
he said times that by 100 PV,
to jest koliko ljudi imaš na vikend seminaru i to pomnožio sa 100 bodova,
and that will be your PV for this month.
to bi bili tvoji bodovi za taj mjesec.
I remember I had 11 people at that weekend seminar,
Sjećam se, imao sam 11 ljudi na tom vikend seminaru
and I just gone 9%, which is 1200 PV, 100 PV out.
i upravo sam postao 9%, što je 1200 bodova.
Now here's the unbelievable thing that I'm seeing in my business today,
I
in
to
our
je-
business, should I say,
I to je nevjerojatna stvar koju ja danas primjećujem u našem poslu.
that our CEPs, or do you call them RTs here, our recommended type program, the number of recommended type programs usually equals the number of people that go to a weekend seminar.
Ono što sam ja primijetio da broj ljudi na RT-u obično je jednak broju ljudi koji dođe na vikend seminar.
It also equals the number of applications we get on a monthly basis.
Što je otprilike podjednako broju novih distributera koji se priključe svaki mjesec.
And if you multiply the CEP and the weekend seminar tickets, which is the same number, by 100,
I ako pomnožite broj RT-a, to jest broj ljudi koji dolaze na vikend seminar sa 100,
that will be your PV.
to će biti vaši bodovi, PV.
Now it's as simple as that. So what have we got to do? We've got to be a traffic policeman. A whole lot of people come in the front
To je
door
tako
over here.
jednostavno što trebate biti prometni
We put a
policajac.
filter
Samo da
over
dođe
there.
što
The
više
filter is
ljudi.
called the plan.
Stavimo ovdje filter i ljudi prolazi kroz taj filter.
And the first filter is the plan.
I prvi filter je plan.
Some people say, no, thank you.
Neki kažu ne hvala.
Some people go,
Neki kažu
some people go, what is this about? I want to do it now.
neki kažu o čem se ovo radi i ja to želim sad uraditi.
Those are the guys we're looking for. We then take them to an open meeting.
To su ljudi kako mi tražimo, njih dovedemo na open plan.
That's the second filter.
To je drugi filter.
And they look at that and they say, this is very impressive.
I onda to pogledaju i kažu, ovo je dosta impresivno.
Or,
Ili,
then we send them to a BBS, a business building seminar.
onda ih pošaljemo na BBS, Business Building Seminar.
And what happens is that they go there and they say, whew, this is big.
I ono što se dogodi, dođe i kažu, ovo je veliko.
Where was I when all this was going on?
Gdje sam ja bio kad se ovo sve događalo?
And the last filter that the traffic policeman sends the people to
I zadnji filter kroz koji prometni policajci šalju ljude
is the weekend seminar.
je vikend seminar.
And the reason for that, the Network 21 system,
I razlog zbog toga, znači sistem Network 21,
is that if we just did that and did the system and sent the people through, then we would have businesses that are built much, much faster. And as I said right at the very beginning, what will happen is that you will work with the right people, you won't work with the wrong people.
Znači, ako koristimo sistema Networka 21, da na taj način šaljemo ljude kroz filtere, to je najbrži mogući način na koji ćemo rasti u ovom poslu.
And if you're working with the right people, the business is a pleasure.
I ako radite s pravim ljudima, ovaj posao je užitak.
If you're working with the wrong people, the business is just a job.
Ako radite s krivim ljudima, onda ovaj biznis je samo posao.
So what I want to end off with is by saying this to you, is that
Ono s čim želim završiti je da vam kažem,
when you're working with the right people,
kada radite s pravim ljudima,
you teach them the Network 21 system,
učite ih sistem Networka 21,
you grow a business where you are being paid for them, being paid the right amount of money for the work that you're putting in.
dobit ćete točno onoliko novca koliko zavrijeđujete za to što radite.
Now, very few people, when they first get in the business, say, cheapers, this is good money for what I'm doing right now, in the beginning.
Vrlo mali broj ljudi kad uđe u ovaj posao kaže ovo je dobar novac koji ja sad dobijam za ono što sad radim.
But when you found the right people, at the end of that, and you are making a big business, you say, I'm being paid a hell of a lot of money for very little work here.
Ali kad nađete prave ljude i kad uradite ovaj posao, onda jednostavno ljudi kažu pa ne mogu vjerovati da sam dobio ovoliko novca za ovoliko malo posla.
And we want to get from here to there.
I mi želimo doći od te prve faze u tu drugu fazu.
So today, I want you guys, please, to help us.
Zato želim da nam danas pomognete.
Today, we're a team over here.
Danas radimo kao tim.
We're in a sports stadium.
U ovom sportskom stadionu smo.
And we're going to be running onto the field at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
I istrčavamo na terenu 4 popodne.
This is the team talk.
Ovo je timski rad.
This is not Julie and me and you.
Ovo nije Joe i ja i vi.
It's us.
To smo mi.
And today we're going to win the game.
I danas ćemo pobijediti.
Today we're going to play the best game we ever played.
I danas ćemo igrati najbolju utakmicu koju smo
Today
do
this
sada
match is going to
igrali.
last a long time.
Danas ćemo to raditi.
And the match today is called Freedom.
I to ono što danas radimo se zove sloboda.
Thanks very much. We'll see you just now. Go Diamond.
Hvala vam puno, vidimo se.